So, this is what we're faced with when we first come in. What would you like to play?
Uh,
I don't know how to handle this because I've done a lot of shit for this game
yeah, I guess
already.
we'll start with the story. Do like the first story stuff. For the record, for the recording, and for the YouTube channel. Ooh, fancy.
Ooh.
Mac. So the reason why we're playing Hitman 3 is because it's getting bombarded with negative reviews right now. On Steam. So I wanted to play it because Max talks so highly about the series. Also trying to figure out a way why it's getting review bombed. We kind of have an idea of why, which we'll discuss in our podcast episode, which is linked in the description below. Look at that. And but Mac is it's Mac's turn to play the recording, and Mac has played the game before. So I guess this is like my chance to kind of see what Hitman's about from Mac's perspective.
Yeah. I mean, I've played a lot of the game like before. Like
yeah.
I played a lot of it on stream when it first released, and then even after that I've played a lot of it. Here's a weird thing. Just to talk about. They're coming out with a lot of new stuff, that these arcade contracts. So these are called elusive targets.
Okay.
And it says that it initially started off saying I failed these ones, even though I hadn't done this version of the arcades yet.
Oh, okay.
Even though they're brand new, which is weird. And
Yeah.
every time you fail, you can't access it for 12 hours.
Oh. What the hell?
And
Okay.
now the third one. Well, no, it's a whole thing, and we can talk about it. I think it's actually really cool.
Oh, okay.
Because like, so elusive targets initially when they came out would come out like once a month in Hitman 1, and then they kept the Hitman 1 ones going while Hitman 2 was coming out, and so they'd do a new one about once a month and then have old ones come in. But every time you only get one shot at them, right? So like if you fail, if you get made and do it sloppy, that's just what your score is on those elusive targets. You don't get to try them again.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. They were kind of like the ultimate test of the game, of being like, hey, you're a hitman, you get one shot at doing this. Like, the idea that you get to keep trying is weird.
Right.
Like, so that was their way of doing that. But now that they're headed into year 2 of this game, they wanted to give a way for people to play through them. So how this works is you have to go back to back to back and do all of them in a row, and if you fail, you're locked out for 12 hours.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, this is a whole new concept. They're bringing in a lot of new concepts this year, but not all of which are released yet.
Gotcha.
See, this is like a regular elusive target, the Heartbreaker, and so he's like a serial dater who kills the people he dates for their money.
Oh.
So he's had assignment taken out on him. So we're there to take him out.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of story stuff. The stuff back here, starting from this area, this one, the ICA facility. You know what? We should probably just start there.
Okay.
But that's in all of the games as the training area.
Okay.
And then this is Hitman 1. All the way up till Hawks Bay, which is Hitman 2.
Okay.
And then these two are DLC for Hitman 2, and then Hitman 3.
Dubai.
Which we can all access inside the same game.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yes.
I like how they make that accessible.
Well, that's part of why it's being review bombed, actually. I can't blow my load early.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of feelings about this.
I can't wait to talk about it next week. Yeah, that episode, once this video comes out, that episode will be available to listen to. Link will be in the description, so be sure to check it out when you finish watching this video. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is Hitman 1 was done with Square Enix. Square Enix owned IO at the time.
Oh, okay.
Or IOI.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's why it has cutscenes, but the later games don't really.
Oh.
Is because of that.
Cutscenes add so much to the game, though.
Yeah, they have like still cutscenes.
Okay.
But yeah. uh, now she is like the iconic Diana.
Mm-hmm.
That is Diana Bernwood. That's a little mean.
Ah.
But at the time, she had just replaced the other voice actress for Diana, and so
Oh, okay.
Someone likes to keep secrets.
Secrets.
yeah. Oh, there's his voice. Oh man, the
You good?
iconic 47 voice. I'm so excited to play this with you, Jay. Like, you can't...
You know the expression, know your enemy? Well, that part is my job.
Knowing your enemy is only half the victory.
I know. You also need to know yourself. I'm working on it. I read your case file. Impressive work. Partly textbook, but I suppose field work never is. Tell me, what did it feel like, taking lives?
Random. Disordered.
Is that why you came here? Why you let us test you?
Maybe I'm not the only one being tested.
Well, we are here.
So this part is a prequel to the rest of the series, even like
You to prepare.
before this trilogy, like the
Ah.
old like 2000s.
Okay.
And then
Sure about
after this training
There are
program,
no second chances
it
before
fast forwards to after the latest
I
game.
choose him.
Okay.
May I inquire why? A blank slate, antisocial, apathetic and unresponsive. No doubt the boy shows promise, but
Perhaps I see possibility where others see limitation. Isn't that what a handler does, sir?
we'll see. Anyone can kill Miss Burnwood. He still remembers nothing?
If he does, he's not sharing.
We will check up on his story. The hospital in Romania. In the meantime, keep him under close watch.
Ooh, I'm invested. I am invested.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
That's
it's so
cool.
good.
Welcome to Advanced Mission Training. This operation originally took place in Sydney. The target was Calvin Ritter, infamous cat burglar, also known as the Sparrow. You will need to infiltrate the yacht, isolate and eliminate your target, and exfiltrate.
What I really love about this setting right here
Mhm.
is that it's clear that it's replicating
You
a
are the
former
most
mission
dangerous
with all the
person
cardboard and
in
stuff. But
Yeah.
so like
but blunt force will get you
it's
nowhere.
like this really cool
And a true assassin never
juxtaposition
keeps his
Mhm.
word to himself.
of the situation. Like
Yeah.
yeah. So it initially starts you off just telling you how to do everything.
As previous tests have
Um,
established, you exhibit an unusual
but it opens up. Part of me wants to skip ahead so you can see it opened up.
position and movement of people around you and identify your target.
Uh,
Hmm.
but yeah. So the idea
Quietly.
and what makes this cool compared to other stealth games is that it's telling me to disguise myself here. Normally I'd hide his body and then disguise myself.
That's a first.
But yeah,
Might just work, though.
that right there is the thing where a lot of stealth games don't allow you to blend in by taking other people's outfits.
Right.
And so that's like the core hook and the core part of Hitman is that you're not actually being like hyper stealthy in the idea of hiding behind cover and stuff.
Right. Right. Hiding in
Um,
plain sight.
Exactly.
Ah.
And that's why the game can be played in a multitude of different ways.
Okay.
And so like
Hold on.
anyone with a
That mechanic was
white
back-turned?
dot above their head will notice you even if you're in that outfit. See
Oh, okay. Okay. I
right
see.
there.
So stay out of his line of sight.
Yeah. Which is the idea that like they're the manager or the
Right,
boss or
right.
like sometimes if you take an outfit near someone,
Intel
um,
says he's around the bar.
the friends that they were near may notice that you're not that person.
Ah. Okay. Okay.
So
Interesting. Ah. Okay. Okay.
yeah, so they're not like one. There are a few outfits that are, but like they're not like a one out of whatever. You can
Right.
also blend into crowds by getting in there when that white circle comes in. You're now blending in with the crowd.
Okay. Okay.
So those enforcers and stuff wouldn't notice you if you were in
I
there.
see. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
To be expected, but his private day
Yeah.
is off limits.
So the core idea is that
Disguise.
it wants me to throw it at him, and
Aw,
this is where
mean.
the fun is. No, it really is. Like, okay, he'll make me if I do it on this side, but like, look at how satisfying this is, right? Like,
Uh-huh. Aw.
it's very satisfying.
We haven't shown
Hide them in there, take new outfits, which will give me access to different areas. But now
Ah,
different
okay.
people are aware of who I am.
Ah, okay, okay.
I see what you're getting at. Very unorthodox. I like it.
Yeah, sometimes the guards will frisk you, sometimes they won't. It depends on the situation.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
But according to
Yeah.
intel, Ritter is another informant.
Yeah, so some of them will know if you're not part of their regular crew.
I see.
Yeah, but as long as you're blending in, they won't notice you.
Gotcha.
Try and find
Yeah.
a way to blend
I'm taking you through the tutorial as well.
I think it's more interesting. Like, a tutorial can teach you stuff, but I think it's more interesting when someone like Mac, for the viewer, Mac really loves the series, and I think it's interesting to
Yes.
hear a different take on a tutorial from someone who loves the series compared to like an in-game tutorial. So I think the
I think.
difference is like
the-
cool.
Well, thank you. But also, I would like to point out that this tutorial is actually like what I consider the gold standard.
Uh-huh.
Because so it starts off with this where it's very guided and teaches you this,
Yeah.
and then in a second, and we're gonna skip it, just because I don't think it'll be as interesting for us to play since I'm familiar with the game already.
Mm-hmm.
But it sets us in this exact same location, except over there it gives us different weapons, different things to access.
Okay.
And just says go wild, free form, however you want to experiment with killing them, and gives you different
Ah.
challenges to do as kind of like a peek into how the game works
I see.
in this enclosed space where they did this.
Clearly, Ritter doesn't want to be disturbed.
Yeah, so like I think this is the gold standard where it guides you and then puts you in the same area and says do it however you want now.
Ah, very cool.
Yeah. I actually bounced off of Hitman 1 the first time I played it because it came out episodically.
Oh, okay, okay.
What's really interesting is they talk like this,
Mm-hmm.
and it sounds like they're actually partaking in there. But when you listen to other people in this level, they talk about how like they're like, "Ah, can we just go home? Like, what's with this training? Or like, like they break the wall of it being this like setting
that's
because
so
some of them are just
cool.
actors. Yeah, exactly.
That's very cool for a training thing.
Yeah.
Give me a second. It's just on the tip of my
The auto aim is also very good.
Gotcha.
Your target is
Yeah.
down. Now head calmly towards an exit.
You didn't kill the other guy? The other guy's not gonna notice?
The other guy isn't a target. You can. There are like scoring and points and like ideas of getting like silent assassin or
Mhm.
whatever. And so killing unnecessary targets does lower the point score, but like it honestly doesn't punish you for getting a lower score usually.
Okay.
Besides just saying like, oh, if you wanted a big one.
I guess my hunch is
Um,
right. I look forward to the final test.
But like, so if you want to play loud and like kill the people surrounding the target,
Uh-huh.
absolutely you can. It gives you tons of explosives. Like,
Okay.
yeah. So a lot of the times when games say play it however you want, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't really mean it. But like what these games do so well is they just set a puzzle box in front of you with moving pieces and they
Mhm.
say and play with it.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah. It says my total completion of the stuff back here is low. That's because so unfortunately when you carry over the stuff from the other ones,
Mhm.
these there's things called escalations where it starts you off in one situation and then as you complete that one level it then sets you up in that same situation but with a new complication and it gets
Ah.
more progressively more difficult, right?
I see, yeah.
I've completed all of these escalations, but they don't carry over from the
Aw.
other games.
Aw.
So the percentage is a little inaccurate there. But yeah, I they're just so much fun. So like after you get through this ICA facility, which has the freeform training and the final test, it leads you into the Paris level, which I think is the best first level of any game to teach you how to play the game. Like this is like tutorial part 2, but like in showing you exactly what the game is.
Okay.
So I have pretty much all of it unlocked, level 2. So I get a lot of starting areas, but you
Right.
initially only start out with the red carpet.
Red carpet. Okay.
What's really cool is that there's level progression, which you can't see on here because I've already maxed it out. For each level, but then there's also your own progression, which unlocks like the different weapons that carry over from different levels, right? Or different gear. Like I have all these different, crowbars and lockpicks and tasers and like all of this, but you initially don't start with pretty much any of this. Which you unlock. So you have briefcases that allow you to carry in bigger guns, more hidden, right?
Right.
Yeah, there's just a variety of different ways, there's pills and syringes. So like if you're poisoning someone's food, you need the pills, but if you're poisoning them directly, you need syringes. But people can see you, stabbing them with a syringe.
Right.
So yeah, it's about timing. There's just so many
Okay.
different ways to do this. A bunch of different explosives.
Yeah.
Tons of explosives. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm very excited.
I am excited too.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna go loud.
Okay.
Just so you can kind of get the
different ways
the-
of playing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone loves the ICA Executive Briefcase Mark II because this is the one. It was bugged when it came out in Hitman 1, so it would follow people. So, like, if you threw it and they turned around a corner, it'd go around the corner to hit them. And so they patched it out, but people were like, oh, we love that. So they're like, all right, here's a new item that does that. And we've even slowed it down so it'll chase them slower and farther. And so if you've ever seen the gif of someone getting onto the water ski and then them throwing the briefcase and it following them as they're driving on the water ski and slowly catching up and hitting them, it's that briefcase.
Let's see.
But it was like going around in a lot of different circles.
I'll have to. It sounds familiar. I have to check on like Twitter. I'm sure I can find it on Twitter.
Yeah. So I am deciding to go loud. So I am just gonna play on casual, which means there's unlimited saves, less enforcers.
Okay.
Yeah, like I think the difficulty curve is actually pretty good with the different levels here. So I'm gonna show you this one, and then I'm gonna show you one from Miami from Hitman 2, and then maybe just a quick run through of one Hitman 3 level.
Okay.
Just so we can kind of get the vibes, and then we'll probably call it good there.
Sounds good.
Oh, I didn't show you all the outfits I have. Which is part
That's
of
the most
fun.
important part.
It is. Yeah, so as you can see up there, the model, the big model, looks kind of like me. It's a big hint to say, hey, go and find this model and take his outfit. But we're not going to do that. We're going to go loud. What makes this such a great intro is there's our target right there immediately.
Oh, okay.
But look at where we're at.
Right.
It's fairly self-contained. Like, it's pretty big, but like it's just this big mansion that goes out.
Ooh.
Yeah, to the different areas. And so like there's this backyard back here.
Mhm.
And then this is the entire level. 3 levels of this, each with heightened security, where you need different passes to get into the
Ah,
3
cool.
different levels of the floor, because they're doing like a cell of information up there, because you know, as models,
Mhm.
if you're not familiar with like Hitman and stuff, there's stuff like this where it'll show up with the light bulb
Yeah.
and show you a mission story. So it'll give you like piece by piece. I have them turned off, but like if I turn like one of these on,
Mhm.
by finding the information, right? Uh, it'll say it'll light up different ways to do this, right? So like the way I just accessed is a way to poison Victor Novikov's favorite drink, so that way when he's in front of everybody, like he gets poisoned, and you know, he can die in front of everybody without isolating him, and you still don't get caught.
Ah, okay, okay.
Yeah, so like there's a bunch of different ways to do that kind of thing. You can also set off the fireworks with this one over here, which will get them to go watch the fireworks, and then you be up top there with a sniper. Just snipe them both.
Okay.
Like yeah, there's like a bunch of different ways to do this.
Okay. I see.
Let's go find Victor Novikov and blow him up.
I'm already really liking like the level design, because like it's so expansive on each stage, so it looks like you could do like experiment with a whole bunch of different ways to approach it, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, like you wouldn't even notice this, but if you mess with this wire, it electrifies this water right here. And so if you get him to meet up with someone and walk past that, he dies in front of everyone there. Like it's all over the place on the buttons you could push to get things to happen.
Okay.
You can go walk the walkway. You can, like, it's so cool.
That is very cool. It's more sandboxy than I expected. Like it's very
Yeah.
sandboxy.
Yeah, that's what the game is just like bunch of different sandboxes for you to play with. I don't think I'm allowed in this area. Yeah.
Okay.
Though I could go get an outfit that would allow me in that area.
Okay.
But I just want to throw this duck at him and call it good. Which is a valid way to play the game. Alright, yeah, I do need to get around. So yeah, and that's something else that a lot of people were upset by initially, was this Hitman vision. It's called Instinct, so it allows you to see where the target is.
Yeah.
And allows you to, you know, make your moves essentially, and follow through walls and stuff. That wasn't in some of the older games.
Okay.
And so some people were like, "Oh, that makes the game too easy," but you know, you don't have to use it.
Yeah. I think like, because like for a casual player like me going into it, I think it's useful knowing that information, because like knowing how sandboxy it is right now, like I can easily see myself getting lost and trying to figure out where to go, because I'm a very goal-oriented person. So if I don't know what I'm doing, like I'll just be like running around forever, you know? Like I have to kind of be told what to do. That's how I play my games. Oh god. Oh my god.
Yeah, and oh no. And
Oh,
so
no.
what's also great is that they don't try to pretend like these are real people.
Yeah.
Like the idea is very much of like they all eventually go back to normal, and it's fine because they're all just part of like this little, it really is like setting down like a mechanical box in front of you and just saying, "Hey, push the buttons."
I see.
It's so good. Yeah. And look how many NPCs that
There's so
like,
many.
modeled. Like,
Holy crap.
Keep in mind, this was in 2016. Like,
Wow.
this was a lot of people for that time.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's cool. See, I could break in this way too, and
Okay.
since I'm already gonna be in trouble, might as well retrieve my big gun.
Okay. Going loud and proud.
Well, actually, this one's still silenced, but I'm gonna die. That's fine.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm not good at going loud. I tend to go silent assassin.
Silence, yeah.
Yeah, but that is a valid way to play the game.
Mhm.
Like if you watch Outside Xbox at all, they do 3 ways to play. And they show that in a very very good way of one person being super meticulous and doing silent assassins all the time, the next person, Jane, kind of adjusting as things happen, typically a little bit silent, but then ooh, whoops, messed up, let's adjust. And then Mike, who is the type to just throw grenades and do it that way. And like to give you a picture, like when we were looking through the planning and stuff, right, like you can smuggle in different items into different areas. So like if you wanted to put like an extra explosive in that shed that we were just by, right, or like planning to go around that way, you know, you can put in like the different weapons, or run around with a fucking broadsword, or
What?
like yeah. And so like oh, whoops, yes,
Uh-oh.
I did want to leave. No, that was good.
Okay.
I really want to show you one escalation real quick, because like it can seem like this game takes itself seriously, but here you are dressed up as Santa, right?
Yeah. Yeah, what? What the hell is going on? That's funny. Holy shit,
Yeah,
that's
and-
hilarious.
Yeah, and so now I have to shoot balloons and knock out guards with the funny bat.
Oh my god.
Is this escalation. And so like the game knows that it's funny. Like the game knows like, hey, we're setting you up in wild situations, like have fun with it, right? And so like for example, I'm technically blending in because they consider this my regular
Oh
outfit.
my god.
So yeah, so this level is very self-contained like that, right? But then they start to get more and more expansive. So like in Miami, the first level of Hitman 2, well technically not the very first level, but that's besides the point. There's the Hawks Bay, which is kind of their training area on top of having the regular training area. But like oh yeah, the different outfits I have, like that I've unlocked. There's a lot of his classic suits like these,
see.
right?
Ooh, I like that white one, classic Requiem suit.
Yeah, which is an iconic suit from Hitman Blood Money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. With the blue.
Yeah,
Ooh, the mask!
yeah,
the mask one is so cool. Very, like, yeah, I like that.
Yeah. This one's my personal favorite, the
Ah.
Imperial Classic.
Imperial Classic.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then a bunch with coats and stuff. So you're like, okay, these are all very nice and fashionable. And then we start to get into cowboy suit, tank top,
What is
ninja,
happening?
like,
What?
Blue Flamingo, clown suit,
Oh my
Buccaneer,
God.
Santa.
That's so funny.
Yeah, Asylum suit. This is from the new DLC. So.
Okay.
But yeah, so like, the game knows what it is, right? Like, there's also certain types of guns, like I think it's this one and the other one, custom 5mm down there, that aren't found when people frisk you, but there's only 5 bullets in it altogether. and you can't get new ammo for it, right?
Yeah. Sierra.
There's
Knox,
just
Robert
so
Knox.
many different ways to.
Yeah. Yeah, this I was expecting this to be more story driven. It sounds like there is an underlying story, but it's more sandboxy.
Like, one way to do this is to take over for that racer and on the podium and get on the podium and celebrate with her, and then poison the champagne that she drinks
Oh,
for
that's
winning.
so ooh.
Is one of the ways to do this. And like
Ah.
there's just so many different ways, because she spends the first half of this level on the first part of the timeline of this level.
Oh my god, I just the suit is just
Yeah. Racing, right?
Yeah.
So like,
interesting.
let me show you one of my favorite ways to do this.
Okay.
But there's like just such a variety of different ways. And hey, thanks. Love the outfit. Yeah, they change what they say based off of which outfit you're wearing too. So it's not
Very
just
cool.
like, yeah. But to show you around, like, there's a whole race area over there that you saw,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And then it goes into the mechanics on the far end, like to give you a picture of looking at the map here, right? Oh, very bad at. I was hoping to zoom out to show you, right? But like, so this is just the racing area over here, right? But like, which is as big as Paris was altogether. And then there's this whole area over here, which is like a science lab that goes up multiple stories and is almost as big as Paris. So this is twice the size of the last level that I showed you, which was already like pretty big.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And they're just so intricately designed and have so many different ways of, like, once you know what you're doing, you can clear each level within like a minute.
Right.
But like, that's not the fun part.
Yeah, it's figuring out the different ways and different like things that you can open based on like even what you're wearing and stuff like that too.
Yeah. Yeah. And like there's different like storylines almost of like what you can do based off of what you're wearing and which outfits you have, right? Like in that last level, if I dress up as the model, that model gets approached by the okay, so I can do that, or I can just shoot it and it gets messed up. And then they're gonna investigate why it's messed up. I can also just shoot her car if I'm very good, and she'll wreck. Like, that is an option, is to if I can actually hit her, to do that.
Ah.
But I'm gonna do something else instead.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. Guards take 2 hits like that.
Okay.
So now he'll be walking around without a guard the entire time.
Ah.
So you can get rid of the guard that way. The other way you could do this, did I say it? No, of course I didn't. You can actually, when he's over here, push him off this ledge.
Oh.
And no matter where she is, she will hit his body, and they will both crash together and die.
Oh my god.
It's just, there's so many different like ways that they accounted for this type of thing, and it's just so much fun. I'm gonna see if I can shoot her though.
Okay.
No. Oh,
Aw.
I pulled out the wrong gun. Goodbye. What's also fun, it won't work on this level, but on one of the escalations, if you come up here, there's just a nest, and then you can exit by doing this, and you fly away in the flamingo suit. like flapping your wings. You
Oh
fly
my
away.
god.
Yeah. I'm just giving you a little bit of a guided tour, but like you can see like just how big this is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's also a battle axe over here. in this gym. Don't worry about it. Oh, also, enemies will notice you in reflections.
Okay.
Like, so if you're sneaking up on
Yeah.
someone in a bathroom.
Ah, that's very cool.
No need for any
Yeah.
crazy stuff.
Oh my god.
And then I can take their outfits. Because they'll find the body, they'll have an idea that I'm in there. But see, now it's not illegal for me to hold this.
Ah, okay, okay.
Because I'm a guard. Some of them will recognize me because, you know, I'm dressed in the outfit of their
Yes.
dead friend.
Yeah.
But, like, once I get into more of an open area... Oh, there's also areas out here where you can just, where you can just, shut off the cameras.
Ooh.
You didn't enjoy that one? But yeah, see, now we're in this like military
Yeah.
building and where there's like dummies and stuff.
Oh.
And
the hell?
like yeah, so what's really cool is if you get the guy I just killed's badge,
Yeah.
he's making automated soldiers who
What the
can shoot people
hell?
based off of who can shoot people based off of pictures, like IDing, right? So if you sneak his ID in there during a test shooting, it'll shoot him instead.
There's like a story here too. Like this is underneath the racetrack and everything.
Yeah, well,
That's
this is
so
next to the
weird.
racetrack, but yeah, like it goes
Wild.
lower. There is stuff underneath the racetrack as well. Like it's yeah, and that's every level.
That's so
Like-
cool. Oh my god.
Like yeah, there's a reason I'm like hyper enthused about like particularly the level design. Like the level design is just so expansive
Yeah.
and there's nothing in any part of the level that's not there for a reason.
Okay.
Like everything is so deliberate. Yeah, it's just so good. So like if I wait long enough, she will go to the podium and stop racing, and I can find her there.
Okay.
And then take care of her that way.
Nice.
Thank you.
Crime noticed.
Yeah, I mean, of course they noticed that, but like they didn't know it was me that did it
Yeah.
because it'll say compromised if they noticed
Ah.
it was me. See? And something else I love is the UI because it tells you when you're in a hostile area or not,
Yeah.
right? I don't think a shotgun is going to allow me to blow up her car. I know I've done it with a sniper. I don't think I've done it with any other gun. So I don't know whether I'm just a really bad shot or... and then you can also unlock a bunch of different ways of leaving. So like with that helicopter over there, I could probably take that, but I will probably need keys for the helicopter. Got her.
Very nice.
Thank you. Yeah, and now I can just leave because I killed the targets.
Bye bye. Oh. Oh.
Yep. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We were exactly being stealthy. But like, see, that's what I mean. Is you don't have to play this stealthily. Like you
Yeah.
could just play high chaos,
Ah.
which I know calls to you. So
Yes.
like,
Yes.
and like, even if people are chasing you out here and notice you, like I didn't even show you all this stuff on this side.
Yeah,
right?
you didn't.
Like,
Yeah.
Like there's like a whole party over there. There's the mechanics area over here. There's so much to all these levels, and like the main targets that you get in the story like aren't all that there are to the game, right? So like there's like user made contracts where people will say, hey, target this person in particular,
Yeah.
and do it with these restrictions,
Ah,
right?
yeah,
Or
yeah.
there's like the escalations I was showing you. Those all have different targets and show off different parts of the level. This was after they left Square Enix, so this is what the cutscenes look like for this now.
Oh,
Is,
okay.
like just still frames.
I see. Oh, it's more stylized, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like it still looks good.
Yeah.
It's just not like actually animated.
Yeah.
Knox was a traitor. He would have caused incalculable damage.
I love his voice. He's like my favorite villain.
This is exactly what the enemy wants. We need to fight the sickness, not the symptom.
And I have just the tool for the job.
Right. The Burnwood woman. Eric Soders warned you about her, didn't he? The
Yeah, that's all spoilers for later.
Okay.
I'm gonna skip it. But yeah, then like, and on each of these levels there's like different challenges. So it's like you know, show uncompleted. So like assassinate them with poison and then, you know, redact it and drown them. Use the piano wire. Slap
Slapfish.
someone into the ocean with a fit. Exactly. So the challenges didn't move over either because I did a fair few of these. Because that's how if you do the classics in Hitman 2, that's how you get the outfits did move over. So all those outfits I did earn in Hitman 2 and then they carried over, but the challenges that are now associated with them didn't count as cleared. But yeah, and then after you finish, it even says, "Hey, here's different mission stories you could do in the same level." So,
very cool. So there's lots of content with it.
yeah, like just a crazy amount of content.
Yeah.
And that's just with the first 2 games.
Yeah.
And then in the third one, and they're still adding stuff in.
Very cool.
To Hitman 3, right? And so like this one is like a legit murder mystery built into the game, and like it's so cool.
I can't wait to dive into it.
Yeah, it is really like low pressure, surprisingly. Right? Like
we are coming up on an hour here. Just so you know.
Yeah. That's why I'm just cutting to this one real quick. We're probably not going to finish this one, but I did want to show you at least a level from Hitman 3.
Okay.
Yeah, skydiving suit right here. I've never done it with the director's commentary. I don't know whether they say that as you do it. Let's try it.
Okay.
Okay.
Director's commentary.
Yeah, I think that was for like the deluxe edition.
Okay.
Today is the inauguration of the scepter, and the ceremony is well underway.
Yeah, and then in this one, all the cutscenes are in engine, like all of the cutscenes.
Ooh.
While a paranoid Carl Ingram has ensconced himself in his penthouse suite, security on highest alert.
Look at that building.
Yeah.
Good luck, 47.
Ooh.
Welcome to Dubai. I am Matthias, the game director of Hitman 3. I'm going to give each mission a short introduction.
Oh, I love director's commentary. Oh my god. It's so cool hearing this shit.
End of a journey, and Dubai is where it all starts. We wanted to give a feeling of being on the top of the world before continuing the campaign into more brooding and intimate missions.
You can see the oil stacks over there.
Yeah.
Dubai was to really set the stage early and give the player an immense feeling of vertigo and verticality. Originally, we had 47 step out of an elevator directly into the lobby, but we didn't feel like that gave us what we wanted in terms of setting the mood, urgency, and storytelling. One of the things we wanted to
Not to cut you off there.
a bit closer to the gameplay and have it be a bit more accessible and immediate. You can see the result of this already, having the gameplay start almost literally with the first cinematic ends.
Yeah.
By having a
it's so cool.
We can have the player get used to the control scheme of the game, tutorialize the new camera item, and at the same time allow for some in-game storytelling. This sets up Lucas Gray's drop.
Oh yeah, because normally instead of him talking, Lucas Gray, which is a whole storyline thing that I won't get into,
Yeah.
would be talking to you and giving you some backstory,
Ah, okay.
which is actually really good too. And so then I'm up here.
After breaking through the tunnels and finding their way into the inauguration of the tallest building in the world, we wanted the player to feel invited and being part of a very high-end event in typical Hitman fashion.
Yeah,
This location
I love that transition. It
Yeah.
is very spy.
Very cinematic.
which is in stark contrast
Yeah,
to the
like
Titans and their lineage, who are
as you walk up,
many,
it plays this big music sting,
they don't really belong in this place.
and then has like shows this shining in opulence. Like it's so good. Going up there and I don't know. I love these games. I think that they are the future of stealth,
Yeah.
and that like stealth games have struggled for a long time.
I was about
now,
to say,
which is
like,
a shame.
I'm so used to stealth games like Metal Gear Solid, for example, where it's very like boom boom, you know, kind of type of stealth.
Yeah, like once you get spotted, it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
I guess
game
I'll
over.
reset.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna leave his body.
Okay.
But like, so the part that I really want to highlight too is that, oh no, I can't get in here. I can because I have the right parts. You
Ah.
can shoot open doors or use a crowbar. Now those doors won't shut
Yeah.
if you're trying to hide.
Ah.
But like, that is an option.
Yes.
Like, the game just gives you so many options for so many different things.
I love that.
Yeah. Like in this one, you can replace it, like he gets stressed out. You can replace his golf ball with an exploding golf ball.
Yeah.
If you wanted to do that while he's, you know. If I just knock them down long enough, even though they're shooting at me.
Okay.
If I get out of here.
Ah.
Just
Very
skydive out.
quick. There you go.
Yeah. So like, the game just lets you poke and prod at it. Like,
Yeah.
it's a good game.
Yay.
And
right.
all those are the challenges. You can see which ones I've done and which ones I haven't so far.
See. Duck.
They're also coming out with in this one roguelike mechanics for in the coming year.
Okay.
Where if you leave a weapon behind, that's just gone from your inventory for that playthrough of this roguelike. It's giving you a safe house, it's giving you different contracts, and so it is like very I'm very excited for the coming year.
It's exciting. Yeah, different ways to play a more sandboxy game, which is only a good thing.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, shall we wrap it up here?
Yep.
Okay. Bye. Remember to subscribe to YouTube channel. This is like our first like proper like we have a YouTube channel. Subscribe to it. Also, we have a Twitter and obviously the podcast. So, yeah.
Yes.
Do the things. Okay.